mentioned by Code Fusion, this refers to a sign that a rancher put on their feet. I believe this started as a single farmer sign, potentially from Kent, England, but it's now been replicated and is something you can make wildline received out of it. It reads, "Do not cross this field unless you can do it in 9 seconds, because they'll do it in 10. Hey, I don't want to mess with people, and this is a pretty good way of getting out of this. Aomigahara warning. This entry, mentioned by this user, refers to the parts of Japan, often referred to by Westerners as the suicide list. You all know what happened here, and unfortunately continues to happen here to this day. Anyway, in response to the events that occur in these, it was referred to some precision to go put up a sign, urging people to consider options other than ending their own lives. This sign reads, "Life is a precious gift from your parents. Try to think fondly once you work on them, your siblings, your kids. Don't think to yourself, just consult someone. That offers a company you can call help." To be honest, I think that's quite the beautiful message. Just attention. The fact that this sign needs to be here at all is pretty unsettling. One day it will be, and can be taken down. There's a much funnier picture suggested by this user. You can find this hilarious sign from the canyon, which warns you not to touch this world. They like show you a diagram of what's going on here. Instead of just saying this could be a disease vector, it like keeps you from the diagram of how this is happening. It's much careful making it thing. There are a few different designs in the sign, which is one of the like there's one bit and not an issue, but you have to keep making these signs. I guess anywhere where there are differences may you have to put up the person there just surprised with the picture that you want to just you remember that fireworking sign from the previous video where it had like a marker that could indicate the conditions were catastrophic for wildfires? There's actually another version of that sign, this one showing the term code N. This commenter indicated that it was a level higher than catastrophic, but I can example to show the same thing. Meaning like is catastrophic. The only difference I noticed between these, oddly enough, is that there's a blank space in between extreme and code red, whereas that space is filled in the catastrophic version. I have no idea which one came first, or what that means, but I just thought it was interesting. Which one do you guys think is more effective? You die. This user brought up this sign from Russia. Now, I'm not going to embarrass myself trying to pronounce this, but as the user explains in their comment, it essentially reads very bluntly as, "You enter, you die." This is plastered around electrical boxes and fenced areas in Russia. I really find these designs all pretty creepy. This one in particular is kind of disturbing. Like, the skull is super duper realistic. Anyway, I hadn't seen anything like this before, so thank you for bringing it up. It is the first of a few photo sheets which we have here today, such as the very next entry. Reckless driver finish line. Like I said, this one too comes from Russia. Apparently, in at least a few places, you can find this podium of sorts, on top of which is a wrecked car, and a sign that essentially reads, "Finish line for reckless driver." Now, I for one have definitely seen a lot of warnings about crashing, or DUIs, or whatever that maybe show a picture of a wrecked car, but not usually on the road, and not usually with an actual car around. I do think this stands out a lot, and is a pretty good warning. It's a bit off-putting as well. I remember when my high school had dances or whatever, we wanted to avoid drinking and driving, they would put a smashed car on the glass in front of the building for a few minutes before the event. This kind of reminds me of that. I also can't help but wonder the circumstances of whatever crash this car was involved in. I don't know, the whole thing just made me stop and think, which I guess is the point. Rescue here is unlikely. At Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia, you can find a sign that reads, "Danger. Death has occurred here. Sudden high waves happen without warning, even on calm days. Dark rocks are slippery. Stay far back. Rescue here is unlikely due to conditions. Don't take risks. Leave here alive." This was brought up to me by this user who said they visited the site themselves. This one is especially creepy to me because from the limited photos I've seen of Peggy's Cove, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, I can't imagine deaths occurring here. It looks so calm and peaceful. But, yeah, rocks and water are generally a mix. Gabiru attack. This entry, suggested by this user, is kind of a meme out of Brazil. It is a real sign, though. In Brazilian Portuguese, Gabiru means black rat, and these signs are real and do warn about real disease dangers from rats. They're put up in urban areas, with one report I found saying they were found in a sewer. Brazil does have a lot of open sewers, so I think that's why it's a sort of unique sign. It is a bit goofy. I mean, rats don't usually act defensively towards you, but it is a serious disease factor. Drop and run. A few of you guys mentioned this one to me, and while it's not like a traffic sign, I find it spooky and wanted to put it here. Cobalt-60 is a radioactive isotope of cobalt. It has some applications for very specific tasks like examining